Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Chicago Bears. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Trubisky. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Let's go. That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. Let's get it.
On first down, it's Crawford. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Klein. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
You want this?
Second and 5 now. Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. The connection here with Nelson Agholor. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because giving up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't you practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch out, watch out.
first down, a run with Cohen. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 2nd and 5 now. Trubisky toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's go, D.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby, and that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Sets up a 1st down and goal at the 9-yard line.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Trubisky will throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's into the clear. The 40, 20, 10, 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he was kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Keep getting those touchdowns.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well. Yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He got 29 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And it's caught. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Then he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Ricky. Alert. 44's a Mike.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Bears get a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the 2nd, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the 2nd quarter strong. A little bit of time left. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Allen, the intended receiver.
Let's go.
Intercepted. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Safety's creeping.
Play action. Now Trubisky. It got his man. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Bears 21.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go, fellas.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Tackle made there by Kamale Correa.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Get up. 180. Check 52's the mark. Danny.
They'll run on 1st down. Crawford. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Crawford. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Recon, 132 fighter.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Aguilar has her. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And this is complete. It's Allen. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
On first down. It's Cohen, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
180. Check. I'm here all day.
Throwing here, Trubisky. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and a couple, Trubisky. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller. His first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Right back to him on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. This for the lead in the final stages. Badgley's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Trubisky to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Trubisky. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage.